Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure, you see. And after several nights, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. Then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still till 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Welcome to Unfocused, the show where we present to you the Shoreline's talent all into one place. On this show, we bring to you today's top news stories, interviews, and skits that bring the people of Madison together and begging for more.
What? Oh, yeah. I'm Olivia Raisbeck.
And I'm Violet Johnson. Today's show is a preview of what's to come next month. As you can see right now, our set behind us isn't quite finished yet, as well as some of the other places like the news desk. That will all be ready next time, but for now, let's get on with the premiere of Unfocused.
Today we are undertaking the political nonsense happening right here in our own country, as well as a few glances into town news.
From the current lives of our past presidential candidates to Jill Nassie, producer of her song and founder of Stand Up and Speak Out.
On another note, even the immature actions of our presidential candidates will be covered.
For senior citizens, they aren't very good at playing nice.
Many of their actions will make preschool children.
This got us thinking.
It's missing something. Perfect.
Oh, those are beautiful, sweetie.
I want my cookie.
Those are really nice. Hey, Hugh, come look at these. These are something, aren't they?
Those are lovely. Maybe you put some of those on my fabrics.
We can put them right on the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. It's arranging.
Hey, those are mine. No!
What do you think?
No! I'm never gonna let this happen. happen again.
That's good.
Look at this mess. It's not a mess. It's a big wall. It's gonna be a big wall. I'll show them. It has to. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. It's just a little mistake. It's just a little mistake. I'm telling you, he's weird and he looks funny and he brings nothing but tuna salad. Hey, aren't you the one who brings tuna salad to lunch last Tuesday? Great question. Great question. People ask me what I eat for lunch all the time. They say McDonald's. You seem like a very healthy eater. Not the guy who eats tuna salad at all. I say you're correct. I hate tuna fish. It smells bad. It tastes like feet. Tuna fish is what we really want to keep out of our lunch. I cannot stress that enough. You didn't even ask his question, dude. Where did you hear that? But right now, when you didn't answer his question. And you're behind the wall.
So the candidates were always this obnoxious?
I guess so. Alrighty then, moving on to our next segment.
It's time to check in with our favorite news anchors, introducing Sam Stein and Shayna Klaskin in Break Down the News.
Hi, I'm Shayna.
And I'm Sam. We're going to break down your news of the past few weeks.
Our first story comes right from the great or not so great outdoors. There is a caterpillar that is extremely toxic and should be avoided at all costs. The flannel moth caterpillar can actually sting you with its hair and inject you with venom that can make you itch or worse, lead to your skin dying. So at all costs, avoid anything that looks like this.
In a related story, these animals have been identified as dangerous to our society.
I'm sensing a theme here. Do these remind you of anyone?
The lesson here is to avoid anything, and I mean anything, that looks like these dangerous creatures.
Good advice.
Let's talk about the latest trend that has all the kids and some really crazy adults running around. My favorite app on my phone, Pokemon Go.
Ah, I see. Okay. So, Sam, looks like Pokemon Go is like no longer a thing.
Oh. Well, alright then. Goodbye, 3000 CP Gyarados. You will be missed. Moving on to a game that's actually relevant. Mr. President recently hit the shelves and it's been quite successful. In the game, you play as a bodyguard protecting President Ronald Rump.
Gee, I wonder who they're referring to there.
As I was saying, you protect Ronald Rump from assassination. The game has been played by Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Ross and Barry from the Game Grumps. Will this be the next Pokemon Go? Probably not, but only time will tell.
Did you hear that Hillary Clinton was caught on tape talking about Bernie Sanders supporters and describing them as people who still live in her parents' basement?
Well, with all those student loan debts, she's probably right.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm surprised she didn't just delete the audio tape while she was deleting all of her emails.
Well, with all this talk of the election, I was reminded. Today we're going to give you some value advice about what you need to know if you want to leave the country after the probably terrifying presidential results are in.
If you're planning on moving south, you might want to leave now in case a wall is built.
Well, don't jump to conclusions just yet. If your scaling skills are up to snuff, then you can totally take your time.
True. If your destination requires new language skills, then don't forget to stop at your local library that has all the Rosetta Stone tapes for free.
One of the most important things to do is make sure your passport is up to date and your work visa requests are in.
Better do it now. At least I know I would want to try and avoid the long, long lines at your local post office.
Yeah, me too. Oh, really? Well, looks like we're out of time for today. Thanks for watching. And
I'll see you next time on Break Down Your News.
For our next segment, we are going to be talking to the director of the new musical, Her Song, which is a part of her new anti-bullying campaign, Stand Up, Speak Out.
She's a Madison resident, so you may recognize her, Jill Nessie.
Welcome to our first Creative Corner here on Unfocused. Today we have Jill Nessie, the founder of Stand Up and Speak Out. What brought you into the entertainment industry?
Well, I'm a songwriter, and I started writing songs for healthy lifestyle. I have a fruit and veggie rock and roll animated rock band on CPTV and Atlantic Public Television. And then from that, I started writing inspirational music for pediatric cancer and breast cancer and different worthy causes. And then from that, I started a singing contest called Can You Sing, where the proceeds go to worthy causes, and started with the anti-bully campaign, which turned into a musical, a public service announcement musical.
Stand Up and Speak Out, right? Correct?
Well, Stand Up and Speak Out is the cause. The name of the play is Her Song.
Yep.
So right now we're raising funds for the actual musical that will appear in the spring. We're holding auditions in January. And we have a showcase of the music from the musical November 17th.
All right, perfect. Go check that out. So what is your favorite medium to work in? Like writing, performing, music? What's your favorite medium?
I actually I don't technically perform. I write on the keyboard. I write on the piano. And I have other people sing my music, which is really cool about this project because there's a lot of kids involved that are singing the songs that I wrote.
Yep.
And they're really, really good, and they're really portraying this in the way that I wanted them to. There's also adults involved in the production. So it's been a very, very rewarding project.
Next question. What inspired you to start Stand Up and Speak Out?
Probably just the fact that people don't know what to do when they're being bullied. Parents aren't really sure which direction to go in when their children are being bullied, and we just feel that it has to be something that's spoken about and not hidden. There's a lot of times I think what people don't realize is that they're not alone. There's other people that are unfortunately being mistreated, and if they speak up and talk about it with a parent or a teacher or a friend, this will help them to realize that, you know, oftentimes it's not about them. It's about the other person who's being mean to them is actually feeling bad about themselves. And I think that's the most important thing, is that you're not alone and things will change. Things will get better.
Right. So that sort of like brings us into the next question. Your musical, Her Song, what does that say about bullying?
It says, you know, be empowered. Stand up and speak out. You know, don't let other people dictate how you feel about yourself. If someone's being mean to you, or they're making fun of you, or they're hurting you in any way, it doesn't have anything to do with you. You are just unfortunately the target of the mean behavior. And together we can fight it and we can stop it.
Would you say like bullying has become like a bigger problem in like the coming years, or like
I
recent
do.
years?
I think, unfortunately, I think there's always been bullying. Now with social media, and I mean, when I was a kid and we used to go home, we had dinner with our family and we watched TV, and there weren't many other things to do than talk and have conversation. Now, when something bad happens and you go home, it's on the internet. It's on.
It's everywhere.
I'm going to show my age here. It's on Facebook. It's on Snapchat. It's on all the social media, and it's easier to hide behind that than it is to confront someone, personally. And now both is being done, and so kids can't get away from it. And so yeah, when you're not feeling great about yourself and then someone says something horrible to you or does something horrible to you, it just escalates. And that's what we don't want to happen.
Right. So us as a community of Madison, we would love to help you with your project and everything.
Thank you.
So how can us as Madison community help you in your campaign?
Well, you're helping right now just by speaking to me and getting the word out and creating awareness and being role models.
Yep.
You know, you guys you're older and you can show the next generation and even older people. I mean, unfortunately, bullying is something that we're all affected by. And you guys can be really great role models and pave the way to, I like to call it a chain reaction of niceness. I know it sounds corny, but you know, basically it's got to be really, really uncool and really bad to be mean to other people and other kids and make them feel bad. And I think if we all join together, one step at a time, I think we can make a difference. The music showcase is November 17th. It's at Andrews Memorial Town Hall in Clinton. The show starts at 7 o'clock, and tickets are selling very quickly. I think we're going to probably sell out. So if you do want tickets, you can get them online at standupandspeakout musical.com. And we hope to see everyone there. It's going to be a fabulous show. There's a lot of kids from Madison that are in the showcase. They're all fantastic. So come support your hometown.
All right, well, thank you for being on here on our first interview.
Thank you for having me.
Creative Corner on Unfocused.
And I wish you lots of success with your show.
Thank you, thank you.
For this next piece, we are going to be addressing the current situations of a few losers.
Those losers being the 2016 election presidential candidates.
Bernie Sanders opened a first free college, but due to the lack of income, it shut down after 3 days. He's now going to Boston College to study finance and economics. Ben Carson is trying to become a public speaker. However, he can't seem to find employment because no one wants to pay him by the hour. Chris Christie went to work for Fox News to report traffic conditions. In other news, traffic around the George Washington Bridge has decreased ever since Chris got hired. Ted Cruz went to Texas to search for his dignity after finally giving into pressure and supporting Donald Trump. No one has seen him since.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to close the episode.
Thank you for watching, and make sure to follow us on social media.
And see you next time on Unfocused.